Hey you guys, it's me SpongeBob number 1 fan 2003 here, and as you can see I'm here with the super duper awesome SpongeBob coloring book, and this one is called Shiver Me Timbers, and it's pretty obvious that I got this book for Christmas 2021, and this is actually a very super cute coloring book, and I really love it. Okay, so as you can see on the front cover, there's super adorable little Spongy Bobby, and he looks very scared. And then there's the hash-slinging slasher right there, and he looks very scary. And this book actually comes with glow-in-the-dark stickers inside, and I absolutely adore stickers. As you all know. And then here is the spine really quick. And then here is the back side. So the back is very funny because it has like this really funny cutout of SpongeBob, and you can like put this on your light switch or whatever. And basically, I guess SpongeBob's nose will be the light switch thing, and that's very funny. Yeah, and it says, "Let SpongeBob turn on your lights if you dare." And I think that's very funny. And of course, this book was made by Golden Books and created by Stephen Hillenburg. And yeah, the picture of SpongeBob reminds me of the Tea at the Tree episode where SpongeBob's like, water! So, let's go ahead and start looking at the pages that are in this super cute coloring book. Oh, okay. But firstly, here's an advertisement for these other SpongeBob coloring books and other, like, stuff like that. And I actually have most of these books, except for these two right here. And yeah, that one right there and that one right there. They're like a 2-in-1 book, and that's very cool. I have that one in that big, huge book. Or whatever. Alright, so, firstly, here are the stickers. Well, some of them, of course. And these ones are super cool. So there's a jellyfish, there's Patrick, bunches of SpongeBobs, the hash-slinging slasher, and a few other really cool things like that. I think SpongeBob looks really cute as a ghost, and Frankenstein, and there's SpongeBob with his brain, and then there's little cute SpongeBob like screaming. I think that's very cute. Alright, and then here is a picture of the hash-slinging slasher about ready to kill SpongeBob and Squidward. And the cover was actually illustrated by Caleb Muir. I mean, you can see that. But the interior was illustrated by Heather Martinez, and I absolutely love Heather Martinez's SpongeBob illustrations. I don't know why, but I just love how cute she makes him look, especially little Spongy Bobby. And of course, this book was based off of Graveyard Shift, the episode of SpongeBob. And then, this book was made in the year 2003, of course. That was the year I was born, as you all know, 2003. Alright. So it's closing time at the Krusty Krab, and Squidward is saying goodbye to SpongeBob, and he's throwing his hat away. And then a customer comes, and Squidward tells them that the Krusty Krab is closed. And the customers are really sad because they won't be able to, spend their money on delicious food. And then Mr. Krabs decides, oh, what the heck? We could stay open for 24 hours so I can get more money. So, Mr. Krabs decides to let the Krusty Krab be open for 24 hours. And Mr. Krabs leaves because he has a life. And now SpongeBob and Squidward are alone at the Krusty Krab. And SpongeBob is very happy because it'll be like a sleepover, but they'll be all sweaty and covered with grease. And now little cute Spongy Bobby is cooking at night. And he's swabbing the bathroom at night. But SpongeBob is a little bit scared to take the trash out at night, because obviously at nighttime everything looks very scary. But he decides he'll do it for the Krusty Krab, and he screams and takes the trash to the trash can outside, or the trash bin, whatever you want to call it. And here's this really cool maze. It says, help SpongeBob get back to the Krusty Krab, fast. So, yeah, there's about, like, a bunch of scary things, like a skeleton, there's about a pirate, there's some eyes, and a tentacle or something, and then there's the Krusty Krab, and there's poor little Spongy Bobby. Luckily, SpongeBob makes it back to the Krusty Krab, and Squidward says that he'd be very scared too, because the news said that the Hash-Slinging Slasher is out tonight. Okay. And SpongeBob says, "Who's the hash-stinging, sash-bringing, mash-winging?" He looks very, very scared. You can see he's sweating, and he just looks very, very scared. And Squidward says the hash-slinging slasher is the ghost of a fry cook who died in the Krusty Krab, and he has a spatula for a hand. Okay, and then Squidward tells SpongeBob all of the things that, happens when the hash-slinging slasher's coming. Of course, it's like a little puzzle right here. That looks very fun. And after all that, Squidward says, "Then he gets you," and SpongeBob gets so scared that he's, like, screaming and screaming. And then you actually get to draw what do you think the hash-slinging slasher will look like, right here. And there's a bunch of scary eyes and tentacles and slime. And then Squidward says that he made up the story, and SpongeBob is relieved. And Squidward says that this is really, really silly because no one would want to have a Krabby Patty at 3 o'clock in the morning. But Patrick actually wakes up at 3 a.m. eating a Krabby Patty. So, like a special, I guess, 3 a.m. snack. Oh. Okay. And, the lights are flickering, and Squidward thinks that it's SpongeBob who's doing it. And SpongeBob says that he is, mopping the ceiling, and he has, like, little suction cup shoes on. Oopsie, and then, and apparently someone calls, but, there's no one there at the phone. And SpongeBob thinks that Squidward is just doing, like, SpongeBob thinks that Squidward's going through all this trouble just to scare him. But Squidward says that he's not pretending, and this is really happening. And apparently the walls are dripping out green slime, but apparently they always do that, actually. And then here's this really funny, like find the difference Squidward game. You have to try to find out, like, which Squidward doesn't match the others. And then a bus comes, and the buses actually never run this late. And Squidward realizes that the buses don't run this late, and he thinks he knows what it is. Oh yeah, and plus the only thing that's really wrong with this book is that it's just a little bit torn right here, but it's perfectly okay because I can just tape it when I color this picture. So it's no big deal, actually. I'm very pleased with that. And it's the hash-slinging slasher that comes. But yeah, okay, let me start this part over. So Squidward realizes that the buses don't run this late, and he knows who it is. Oh, and it's the hash-slinging slasher, and he's coming right towards SpongeBob and Squidward, and they're hugging each other, and they just look very, very scared. And apparently, the hash-slinging slasher is just a fish who came over to have a little job at the Krusty Krab, and of course he brought his very own spatula over. Yeah, you can see that the eyes were really his nostrils, and the spatula, his hand was just hidden by the sleeve of his shirt. And, yep, this fish is the hash-slinging slasher. And then, here are the rest of the stickers. So there's Pearl, some eyes, and the Flying Dutchman, and there's Mrs. Puff. That's actually quite funny, but yeah, here they are, so you can see. And then here are the instructions for the SpongeBob light switch cover. Alright, so it's actually all 4 Shiver Me Timbers. This is actually a very super awesome SpongeBob Halloween coloring book. My favorite part, was probably the entire story. I really enjoy this coloring book, and I can't wait to get started with coloring in it sometime. And I really like the illustrations in here, especially because they're illustrated by Heather Martinez. I'm a really big fan of her, especially her old SpongeBob illustrations. I just think she makes him look super cute. Alright? So yep, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So goodbye everybody, have a great day, and peace out.